Welcome to Freestyle Friday on location. As my ace Stephanie J. Sanders wanted this to be, make sure you guys are posting your one for catching us live, be coachable, teachable, trainable, so that, what's going on, Talisha? I am well, guys. I am well. We are actually on location here in the good old of the IHOP. Let me show you guys my little people sitting over here being, what's going on? Say hey to the people, little peoples. Hi. We just finished eating, and so we wrapped up just in time. I was waving at y'all. We just finished. What's going on, Mr. Willie Grant? So good to see you. It was amazing meeting you down in Atlanta. Let me see if I can get this phone propped back up here. Y'all, I'm in here making this thing work. We're going to see if it'll hold tight. If not, I'm going to have to just hold it. What's going on, Red Mac out of Louisiana? Guys, post your one for catching us live. Ensure that you tell me where you're chiming in from. My ace is en route. I'm starting this Freestyle Friday myself. Let me see if I can at least get her invited on until she steps in the building. I forgot my stand, so you all would crack up if you see how I have this phone propped up right now. We're gonna hope it's
What is going on? What's going on, party people?
So how close are you?
I'm getting off exit 24 right now.
Oh, you know I don't pay attention to exits, but if you're getting off an exit in Knightdale, we don't have so many of them, so you should be here any moment. What's going on, Jerry? It's good to see you on our Freestyle Friday. So very good to see you.
Everyone. Welcome, welcome. Don't forget to hit that one if you are watching us live. Hit that one. Hit the two if you are watching this replay.
Miss Phyllis said I interrupted her video with Brian B.
Oh no.
That's dope. I'll take it. I'll take it. I will definitely take it. Thank you guys for being coachable, teachable, trainable, and posting that one. Welcome, Miss Sheila Bryce Morton. So good to see you always on our lives. Yes, Miss Phyllis, always on our lives. Vanessa, always on our live. Tanisha, always on our live. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. No, you're good. Thank you so much. Look at our service. Now, we in here, our server bringing us. That's our server. Awesome dude. Bringing us our food. So we've already eaten. Thank you. I appreciate it. You're welcome, Matthew. Have a good one. I left you something on the table as well in regards to the business.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
If you have any questions, I'm good to go. You can ask me. Basically, we teach people financial literacy, how to get more out of their paychecks on their job, and then how to take that money and basically make it grow, increase your wealth using your own money. On the back is just a free gift giving you access if you do any shopping online. It's just a cashback mall, so you can actually make money shopping online. Yeah, but the information on the front, if you go to that one, the flip side that has the money on it, that says to educate you at the bottom, that is my website. There are informational videos on there. There's a button on there to click if you want to set up an appointment. We can get on the phone and I can explain a little more to you. Martina, I'll write it on there to make sure you know it. Not a problem. Nice to meet you as well, Matthew. Oh, no problem at all. Thank you. I'm going to prop this up right here, guys. I'm telling you guys, always be in control of your time and in control of your money, right? M-A-R-T-I-N-A. And I'm going to flip it over and write my direct line on here as well. 264-2296. You can reach me at either number. The number's on there is my Google number, but I've written on there my actual physical number to my mobile phone right here and give me a call. You're welcome, Matthew. Not a problem. You too. You're welcome.
Bye.
What's going on, Bryant? Where? Good to see you, my friend. Guys, never be able to afraid to posture yourself, right? This guy is in here. He is rolling. He is getting it done. Table at the table. It's a Friday night, guys, right? So they're probably on their second wave now of people that come in. You know how you get the wave right when you finish up at the end of a work day, and then you get another wave of people. So they're actually probably in the midst of transitioning you know, but I just noticed him. He's like rolling, and he customer service oriented and everything. And so you have to learn how to posture yourself, and don't be afraid to speak to people about an opportunity, right? Like Ron says, just speak. You ain't got to give it all to them. I'm just trying to show you how to make your money make money. Boom. Right? Tell them to go have a look at a couple of videos and then hit you up if you're interested. You want to attract people to you. You don't want to be tracking people down. Hello. So that's all I did. Made sure that I tipped him well, right? Made sure that I let him know that his service was awesome and amazing, right? And then, of course, I left my business card so that when he comes back to the table to get his tip or to get his receipt, I mentioned my card to him so he can then have the opportunity to say, yeah, you know, I saw that. Want to ask you some questions about it. Boom. What do they say? You're not answering 50 gazillion questions on the spot. No. You want to pique their interest and have them get back with you. And that's exactly what I just did. So, training tip, what's going on, Coach Stroh? What's going on, Bryant? What's going on, Coach? So how are you guys doing on this Freestyle Friday? I see you parked still. Where are you at?
I'm not parked. I'm at the light.
Oh, okay. Cool deal.
At the light.
I don't know. She's at one of these lights, but we need her to come on in here so we can get this party started in here. Let's get it started in here. So we are at the Knightdale IHOP location. Y'all saw I posted a couple of days that I came to hang out here and just get some work done. They tried to freeze me out this mug the other day, so it's not quite as cold in here right now, but I was able to get, you know, a couple of webinars done.
Let me over.
Let her over. Get a couple of webinars done, a couple of conference calls done, and I figured let's come back and do the Freestyle Friday tonight directly here from the IHOP here in Knightdale, North Carolina. What'd you say, babe? Yes. My son just corrected it to me that it was his idea to come to IHOP. Okay, so here we are in the IHOP in Knightdale, North Carolina, and we're getting ready to jumpstart the Freestyle Friday. Guys, the information that we're going to be talking to you about tonight is, it's going to be mind-blowing. We're going to have a good time sharing with you. What's going on, LaDonna? So good to see you. Just to refresh your memory, we met last year at the DC conference. When my squad was in the booth right next to you. So it's right next to you here on the live. What's going on, Karesha? Thank you for being postal teacher. What's going on, Tony Clarkson out of Alabama? So good to see you. I'm echoing stuff.
What now?
I'm doing some kind of crazy echo.
Oh.
All right, guys. What's going on tomorrow? You guys are popping in.
You know it. It did. It hit quick. All right. Woo! IHOP is packed, honey.
I told you.
Okay.
All right,
I don't know where you are.
In a minute. Let's get it started in here. What's going on, Anthony? Let's scoot this over. Done now. Yeah, I hit your X. You're good.
I was gonna say, why you cut me out?
No, I didn't cut you out. I hit the X, baby.
Why you gonna just do that to me?
Because it was feedbacking. It was echoing somehow.
Her volume was too loud so you could hear what it said.
Yes, echoing. It was echoing, but it echoed right next to the phone.
There is my cohort.
What's up,
my Ace fresh in the flesh. Girl, you see how I got this thing rigged, right? I didn't even think about it. Let me see if I put the cap. Man, I hope it don't. We're trying to work it out. All right, maybe that'll hold. I left my, what do you call it? My stand.
Tripod.
Yeah, I left my tripod. What's going on, Sonya? Good to see you. What's going on, Tracy? Okay, I give up. If it fall again. Okay, I'm going to be, what do you call it? No, what do you call it? when you take and
put it against that.
Next year.
editing. I'm gonna be editing the mess out of this before we put it. It's good, Jen. Thank you. I'm gonna be editing the mess out of this before we put it on YouTube.
Let me reshare this.
Yes, definitely. Get it shared. I hope it doesn't keep that big up. Oh, that ain't my pen. No. Not that my ace showed up to the party with the My Econ book.
Yeah, so I brought this.
Oh,
with
Mr.
me.
Willie got his door knockers today in the mail. Awesome.
So yes, I have my Econ binder.
In the flesh, ready to
All
go.
right, with everything that you need in it. I take it with me. This is my notebook. This is my everything. That's why
Yep.
we have it, right?
Absolutely.
My highlights, my notes, my updates, everything that we get from each and every training that we ever go to goes right in this notebook.
Absolutely.
And if you don't have yourself a handy dandy notebook, and I have a binder and I have a notebook, guys. So always take notes. If you're not taking notes, you're not serious. You're
Nope.
not serious. If you're not taking notes, you are not serious. But if you don't have a handy dandy notebook, you need to go to the dollar store and get one. I think they're even cheaper than $1. They're like 50 cents.
I know, right? I wish I would, Miss Phyllis, but let me tell y'all, to get my little lifestyle trainees to hold this phone while we do this live, it's going to look like this.
I could do.
And then they're going to be hollering, it's my turn, it's my turn, it's my turn. Okay, so no. They can be professional when it comes to being professional, but then they can be the kids like they are when they want to be the kids like they are, right? That is snail compared to mine. So look, check it out, guys. I don't know how much information we're even going to, small compared to mine. I don't know how much information we are going to get into with regards to last weekend. I have no idea, but let me tell y'all, it was off like they over there fighting over my bag now. I'm telling y'all, Freestyle Friday in effect. Oh, okay, that was sweet. Appreciate it. So where you want to start? What you want to do? I see you got earrings on today. I was laughing at you. Your live was ripped the other day. It was so good. I was like, she going in and she fucking got some earrings. What? Y'all need to go back to Stephanie's timeline. She was going in about what she's doing as a teacher with her students, and she busy fussing because she ain't had no earrings on. I was like,
my mother told me
whatever.
don't leave the house without
I know,
earrings. So
I know.
I was very
Mine
upset.
too.
I was
Mine
highly
too.
upset.
She said,
But-
don't leave the house without no earrings, and don't leave the house with no rollers in your head.
So let's jump on in it, guys, and that leads me into what I wanted to talk about. So one thing that we learned over the weekend was emotional costs, right? Emotional costs. You know, your emotion drives what you do, right? If you're happy and you know it, you clap your hands, right? But if you're sad and all that bad stuff, you show it. Well, that happens with your finances too, right? I know with me. When I'm down, I shop because shopping makes me happy. That's an emotional thing, right? You can't. Everyone knows I love to shop. I love shoes. I love to buy stuff. Buying makes me happy. I don't care if I'm buying food, I'm buying a pair of sunglasses, I'm buying perfume, whatever it is. Shopping makes me happy, right? But when you are trying to strategize and you are trying to hit a goal, you have to be aware of your emotional instabilities. Okay. Because they cost you.
Yep.
You know, your emotion cost you dollars. All right. I remember one time I was so upset. I bought 5 pair of shoes. Right. I bought 5 pair of shoes one day, and although it feels good, you get this thing called buyer's remorse. The shoes look great though, right? I was so happy. I kind of forgot that I bought them. But you know, you have this thing called buyer's remorse, and then you look at your bank account and you're like, dang, I was supposed to do something with this money, but because, you know, I'm not in control of my emotions, it's now costing me money. So your emotions will cost you money. You have to ask yourself, do you want to cost yourself money, or are you trying to hit a goal? Right? What are your emotional costs? Well, you deplete your bank account. That emergency fund becomes an immediate emergency fund because you done spent the money that you were supposed to take that and put it towards your debt or put it towards your emergency fund. Right now, the emergencies get greater and greater, and our bank accounts start depleting. So please watch your emotional your emotional costs, right? I'm trying to make sure I have everything.
The piggyback off of what she's saying about the emotional cost, if you're not quite getting that, a lot of what Tara Paper Girl talked about had to do with vibrations and the energy around you. And so even in the mindset of paying attention to your emotional cost, the cost of it could also be those that are around you and the energy that is around you that could drive you to make emotional decisions. Like she talked about, you know, that it's a frequency that a lot of people actually don't act like exists, but it's real. It does exist. I mean, think about it. One of the things she said is when you walk into a room, right, you can feel the energy in the room and you're able to determine left, right, up, or down, right? But also when a certain energy leaves the room, you can detect that as well, right? Those are all vibrations and frequencies and things that are around you. So the next time you get ready to make a purchase or the next time you get ready to embark on an investment or something like that, pay attention to the energy that is surrounding you as well as what you know your financial plan is, but pay attention to all of that because it plays a part in that decision that you're getting ready to make. And if every time you turn up with one of your friends, right, and then the next day that emotional thing comes into play that she's talking about, the buyer's remorse, what was the energy the night before when you turn up that caused you to go expend all of that? Is one way I'm looking at it. And if you turn it up and you expend it and you got buyer's remorse and that's repeated, you might want to pay attention to that particular circle of influence that you got going on because that doesn't sound like it's positive. You know, how do they say, if you got people you party with but people that you can't, you know,
That won't wake you up in the morning if you got to do something.
Let me tell you something. Let me be out to 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning doing what is considered my thing of partying. Tawana. Back now. And we're back.
Take
2. All right. So, what I was saying is, in our Julian Gordon training, it talked about, you know, categorizing your friends, categorizing your business partner, categorizing like your squad or your followers, and being able to understand how to work the most, put the most effort into those that not only you can actually grow with personally, but you can grow with in business because those are the ones that, you know, have your best interests, right? Mm-hmm. Meaning you can hang out with them and you can, you know, go to business. So if your circle of influence, you have people in your circle of influence that actually drive you to spending or drive you to actually end up with an emotional cost that you end up with buyer's remorse, you might want to revisit your circle of influence because them ain't the ones that you need to be actually investing more of your time with. So Tara just talked about paying attention to those vibrations, right? Being aware of those vibrations. And then she gave us like 5 key things about those vibrations that, you know, you really needed to keep in the forefront. And that was being, you know, having gratitude, having appreciation, and then to give without an expectation, to move and keep it moving, and then to conquer. So just keeping those things in mind with yourself, keeping those things in mind with your atmosphere, what you lend to other people or what you bring into the room, being responsible for that, what you bring into the room, and then also paying attention to what gets snatched out of a room, you know, not only when you leave, but what you take out of a room. I thought that was really, really key and very important. That a lot of people just don't believe, but it's real. It's real, and it comes with an emotional cost.
Just think about it. When a person is pregnant, right? When a person is carrying a child, they tell you to keep your cool, right? Keep your calm. Don't act certain ways. Why? Because the way you act transfers into that child, right? Yep. Into your stomach. So think about how powerful emotions are.
Yep.
Right? So these vibrations that's in the air, whether you know it or not, it is either positive vibrations or negative vibrations. And you always want to keep up positive vibrations, and that's what Martina was speaking about when she gave you those 5 things that Tara was speaking about over the weekend. You know, if we're positively walking in the right direction, then we shouldn't be costing ourselves dollars. Right? So if you continue this positive attitude, and no, everybody can't be positive 24 hours all day, but you can be positive 23 out of the 24 hours, right? You know, everything is all about what you put out there. Think about a pebble. When you throw a pebble in the water, it starts out little ripples, and then it gets bigger and bigger, right? So you're affecting more and more people, or infecting more and more people. Do you want to infect them with negative? Because if you do, then that big ripple starts to ripple back to you, right? If you infect them with positivity, that big ripple starts to come back to you. So we're not saying, you know, the friends that you turn up with, they can't be your friends, but you have to be aware of the energy that is bouncing around. Like I remember speaking, I think it was Martina, you know, I work with children. I deal with a lot of different personalities.
Yes.
At once, 119 personalities, not to mention my own, my staff, you know, my colleagues, my administration. You know, that's a lot of energy in the air, and if you're not too careful, you'll absorb the wrong one.
Right.
So you kind of got to arm yourself, right? And we talk about this thing called posturing, right? Posturing yourself a certain way. That's how Martina was able to, you know, speak with him with ease, because there's a certain posture that you have. So you arm yourself. So when you get these questions that are just off the wall, or you get these questions that were meant to pierce your skin, like, that's why I love Brian's shirt that says, how your little pyramid scheme going, right? That's meant to pierce your armor. That's meant to pierce who you are. You know, if you're out here working your business, doing what you need to do, and somebody comes up, oh, how's a little pyramid scheme? You still doing that thing? How's your little cubicle scheme? You still working that job? Hello. You know, it's all about posturing yourself, but you have to, you know, don't let people pierce your armor.
At all. And words have power. Words have a lot of power. One of the examples that she gave was change your words, meaning instead of saying that you were having a lazy day, you were just taking a break.
Yep.
You needed a break that day. You didn't have a lazy day. Like even Mr. Joe Dorsey, when I met him in the DMV, we were making jokes about I didn't have my heels on that day. And so I was saying, I'm a little short. I'm going to have to make sure I put my heels on. He was like, no, you aren't short. You are height challenged. Let's go ahead and enhance your height. And I was just sitting there thinking, that's dope. Just to be able to think positively about things and putting that out there into the atmosphere was amazing. And another thing she says, it might be off topic, but I don't want to flip this page and not say it. One thing she said that kind of stabbed me in my heart was, if you want money because you don't have it, you will never have it. Not because if you want money so that you can spread the wealth, so that you can help people, so that you can level up. Because, I mean, think about it. You cannot bring yourself up out of the gutter, right? You can't bring yourself up out of the gutter and then think that that's all that's to it, right? You have to bring yourself up, and then you have to reach back. You have to sow back, right? It just stabbed me in my heart, because people think, oh my goodness, I got to make this money to be able to take care of myself right now, and they just want the money for the sake of having the money. You're never gonna have it.
Nope.
Once you change your thinking and realize you feel that you need to have certain amounts of money, why? Because that gives you options, that gives you choices, that gives you the availability to sow back, to help back, right? The more you give, the more you receive. It is so true. And you think about it, even Julian taught us. Like, and it was so dope. I was able to posture up, guys, the other day when I was sitting here and I was telling this guy about what we do with financial literacy. And he was like, well, what do you mean you teach people about money? I said, well, let me give you a prime example from our co-founder of the company. We don't keep money in banks. He was like, what do you mean you don't keep money in banks? I said, we keep working capital in banks, just enough to keep your lights on, just enough to pay for your expenses. I said, but everything else, we don't keep that money in the bank. He was like, so where's your money? I said, in stocks, in bonds. I said, it's in money market accounts, things that's actually appreciating. I said, let me explain something to you about your savings account. Let me give you this example. Instead of having $100 in your savings account, you would do better to have $25 in your savings account, and then take the other $75 and actually buy shares in the bank.
That you put your money in.
That you put your money in. I said, people are scared to risk their money. When think about it, if you can have $100 in your savings account, why not put 25? Because you know it's not going to double, triple, or quadruple for 72 plus years. and take the other $75 and buy stock in the bank. If you can trust your money to sit in that bank, why can't you trust your money to actually have stock in the bank? The bank ain't going nowhere, right? And he was just like, I had never thought about that. I said, right, your money is not going to make money sitting in the bank, but your stock or your shares will. Like, unless you really absorb the information, you could be out here recruiting your behind off, doing absolutely nothing with the money that you make when you educate people. However, if you allow the strategies to seep into you, you change your mindset, you change the words that you use, you change the vibration and the energy around you, you don't end up costing yourself emotionally, you are going to level up so much quicker than you go out here and recruiting everybody that keeps dropping out of your organization. Why? Because you can't give them value, and they're not taking the time to take this information personally first before they go out here and start sharing it. We've been out here learning this information for 2.5 freaking years.
And Brian was saying, you know, do it with the quickness, right? Quickness, learn quickly. Do all these things quickly. The information is right there. It's not like you have to wait for it. All the information you need is right there. You don't have to wait on your sponsor. You don't have to wait on anything. You want to do that quickly so you can share with as many people as possible. That's the only way you can do it. You know, you have to absorb, become a part of this. You know how they say be a product of your product? Well, learn your craft. Just like people who go to college, right? They learn their craft. You get a master's to be a master in your craft. You get a doctorate so you can specialize even more in your craft. Well, if you take your business seriously, then you need to learn all the information. You know, when I was in another company, I learned the whole book. It wasn't about the compensation plan. It was about the information that I learned. And with this, it is so amazing because not only do I do this with adults, the ability to do this with kids is even mind-blowing because they ask the questions that people don't ask. I pulled up the W-4 form and I was like, you know, it went from 2 pages to 4 pages. I was like, look at this. Did you guys read this? No. I said, why would they have this up here? Because they think we're not going to read it. Exactly. That's what they're counting on.
Yes, we do.
They're counting on you not absorbing it. It's going like this. But it's right there. It's right there. Guys, it's right there for the taking. Knowledge, there is no shortage. There is no shortage of knowledge. There is no shortage of abundance. These things, you know, you want to get quickly so you can expedite your financial process.
Yes.
Right? The more you know, the better you are. So why not learn as much as possible? We don't mean put everything on hold. You can do this simultaneously. You can pay off debt, fix your credit, and invest at the same time while building your emergency fund. You can do all 4 things at the same time. So don't think you have to, I got to pay this first and then I got to move to this. No, you want to build your emergency fund, build your knowledge of what's, you know, the important things of the company, which is knowing this for yourself, being it for yourself, income shifting for yourself. Yeah, I keep saying for yourself, but when you embed yourself in something, it comes out your pores.
Yes, people will know if you are not using the product. People will know if you have not income shifted. You don't have that testimony. They're going to Google it. They're going to get on here. They're going to look at everybody else talking about all this stuff, right? You brought it to them, right? They're going to look and see, well, how much, has your credit score gone up? Well, you know, I'm not actually working on that part. Oh, okay, because I see this stuff about income shifting. Like, I know you work full time. What did you bring home? And I'm not saying that to challenge you. I'm not saying that they do that to challenge you. They do that because they saw it, and it's not about the company. They're looking at you because they want to see your success. And this is what she's also saying about when you do it for you. Right? When you do it for you, you're not just doing it for you. You're doing it for those who are looking at you that think they can't do it. So when they see you do it, they know they can do it.
Exactly. Because we're no different than any other successful person, right? And I use air quotes because we think millionaires, billionaires, oh, how did they do it? Well, think about Oprah. She was poor, dirt poor. Yes. How did she do it? She was persistent. She learned what she needed to learn, and she went through it. She spent not even a year in college, and she made it happen. Right? So don't think you have to have all these accolades before you can accomplish something.
Learn it, master it, teach it.
That's it.
Learn it, master it, teach it. You can't teach what you didn't master. You can't master what you haven't learned.
And even if you don't
Learn
teach
it, master it, teach it.
share it.
There you go.
Because everybody
share it.
can't teach. Everybody's not
Right.
running. On the contrary of what people believe,
Right.
everybody is not a teacher. But just by you inspire someone.
LMS. Learn it, master it, share it. I like it.
Learn it, master it,
Share it.
inspire. Because your testimony will inspire somebody. No, does that
True.
mess up the
Yeah.
share is better?
Yeah, share is better. Sharing is caring.
Learning, master it, share it.
Sharing is
Okay,
caring.
we'll go with sharing. Go with sharing. Pound, learn it, master it, share
Somebody
it.
hit us
Can
with
somebody
that.
write that for us,
Yes.
please?
Hashtag learn it. Hashtag master it. Hashtag share it. Right?
And then go ahead and share this to your page.
Absolutely.
Share it, share it, share it. Hit a 1 if you are watching. If you are watching us live, hit a 2. If you are hitting the replay right now, you should be watching us live. So make sure you hit that 1, hit pound.
Thank you, Dwayne, for watching us. Thank you, Felicia Sims, for
Yes,
popping
thank
on
you.
and watching us. Hey, Regina, so good to see you, sis. What's going on, Tasia? So good to see you all. Thank you so much for watching us, for posting that 1, for being coachable, teachable, trainable, and catching us live. Coachable, teachable, trainable, and catching us
She
live.
messes up too.
Man, I'm telling you. Plus, I'm multitasking. Y'all see me signaling to the
Learn,
children
master
like,
it,
"Quick,
share it.
stop."
Thank you, Carisha.
Thank you. Thank you.
Carisha.
Yes,
Esha.
thank you, Vanessa Singleton. Appreciate it. So, all right. So, we've given you a little bit from Tara. If y'all not following Tara, Paper
Paper
Girl,
Girl.
follow her.
Yes.
All right. We can give you a little bit from Brian's Instinct series. And the only thing I'm going to say about Brian Instinct series is that if you have never heard him break down some of these animals of the wild and how they actually flow, like what their thought processes, it will blow your mind. He actually talked to us about the ants, the eagle, tigers, the bee,
The jaguar.
the bear, the jaguar, the owl, the praying mantis, the falcon. Like, we went through certain attributes of all of these animals, and it was amazing. Guys, we saw a tiger sitting on his territory, right, on land, scoping out an alligator in his territory in the water. God bless you.
Thank
In
you.
the water, right? He leaves his level of comfort down into the alligator's level of comfort and territory, come up out of the water with the alligator in his grips, right? Let go of this joker, shake the water off, which obviously would have been enough time for the alligator to get away. Oh no, shake the water off, finish grabbing the alligator and take that sucker up into a tree. And we're not talking about no tiny. That was the jaguar that did it? The jaguar.
Phantom cat.
The phantom cat. We're not talking about no tiny alligator. A full-grown alligator which was surfing in the water, scoping his own prey. Scoping his own prey. So one of the things that we learned is that each one of these animals of the ecosystem have their own mindset on why they don't. Like the eagle, it doesn't eat anything dead. It survives off of living only. That means living food, right? The tigers and their epitome of humility. The bee, the worker bee. Oh my goodness, and how it's teamwork, all right? The bear, you ain't gonna mess with the bear's babies. The owls see in the darkness. Do you realize an owl can be facing forward and can turn, 180 degrees, never moving his feet, right? And if it is being attacked, it will be able to take off, never turning back around in the direction that it is taking off in, because it can view 180 degrees, right? So a lot of these things he asks us to pay attention to, and in his series, he teaches you how to apply that to yourself and to your life, to your business, to your personal, to your family. He teaches you how to find your instinct within yourself based on which one of these animals kind of like apply to you and who you are. It's almost like giving you, what do they call it, when you have that something to kind of relate to?
Analogy, a comparison.
Mascot, like a mascot to kind of, flow behind. Like, I'm a Leo, I'm out of the Lioness, you don't mess with my Cubs, all that type of stuff. That type of thing. And then to learn the analogy behind the lion or the lioness, to be able to almost like posture yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing that he does with the Instinct series.
And he shows us that we're just like any other animal. we are born with everything that we need. We learn to adapt to certain situations. And just like every single animal out in the wild, they learn how to adapt, how to survive. Just like us. We weren't meant to be in a cage. We're not meant to be domesticated. When I say in a cage, I'm going to refer to having a job. We weren't meant to be told what to do, how to think. We were meant to think for ourselves so we can create our own and build from there.
Right.
We already have it. We just have to find the thing that makes us tick. We have to fall in love with the process of us ticking.
Yes.
And we have to go out there and make other people tick. Imagine a bunch of us ticking together, right? That's a nice sound. But it's together. I hate when people say, you know, it's lonely at the top. It don't have to be lonely. Get next to some people that's ticking with you. Because each of you have something that was meant to be there. Each of you have that adapter within you to change your to change your situation. So why not work together just like the animal kingdom? They work simultaneously. You know, prey, the prey, the beast, everything is working together because without the bee,
we would
be
have
dead.
nothing.
Like, we'd be dead.
Pollination is real.
We won't have anything. So without that one thing, we all can't tick together.
Right.
We won't be ticking at all. And the smallest thing, like an ant, how they work so hard together to make whatever they making in that little doom, right? Whatever they're making, they work together to do it. So why can't we take our lessons from nature? Why can't we take our lessons from those things that was created by the same creator? He made us similar, right? Not that, you know, we walk on 2 legs, they walk on 4. It's deeper than that. Sometimes you gotta stop and appreciate the small things.
Right.
Appreciate those things and really look at it and focus on it so it can help you grow as well. And that's exactly, you know, the Instinct series. That's what I got from it.
Absolutely.
Like, take a look at nature and see how they operate. We operate no different. They have certain things that help them. We have certain things that help us. So, you know, take a look at some animals. Your dog might can show you some new tricks.
Let me ask you guys something. Have you ever heard of 3 stages of a millionaire? I'll wait to see what you guys. If you have not heard, I'm not giving it to them. I'm just asking if they heard of it. Have you ever heard of the 3 stages of a millionaire?
Great. So meet us back next week.
I'm telling you, it's dope, guys. Like, he gave us the 3 stages of a millionaire. Have you heard of the 8 steps to the PCP? I'm not going to tell you what it stands for. We got 8 steps to the PCP. Dope.
And if you don't know what the PCP is, you need to get with it.
That's why I didn't give you the answer.
You need to
Good,
get
Miss
with
Phyllis,
it.
thank you. That's why I'm not giving you the answer. Write that down for your notes, because we will have a follow-up training. 3 stages of a millionaire, boom. Also, 8 steps to the PCP. We're going to give you that one too. All right, we gave you the 5 steps that Tara gave us with regards to the vibrations, and we'll expand on that more. We'll probably see about getting Tara on and letting her expand
Or the
on
6 steps to profitability.
6 steps to profitability. Y'all heard that? Probably hadn't heard of that. We got that too. 6 steps to go from to move from here to there. Is that what you're talking about, Chuck Harden?
Yep.
See,
Dope.
Did you hear that? Did you hear
Dope
that?
job.
She got it written down in her notes as the 6 steps to profitability. I got it written down as 6 steps to move from here to there. I'm telling you, guys, you need to check your circle of influence. See what they got that you don't got. Put it together. All right, we got that. What is the next?
The transition of money.
Woo!
The transition of money. Guys, this is dynamite. Make sure you pay attention to our posts. Make sure you ask questions. That's another thing. Ask questions. No question is a dumb question. Make sure you ask questions. If you see a post that is unfamiliar to you, that's sharing some information, make sure you hit our inbox.
Just ask questions.
Ask questions.
I'm telling you.
What
guys.
is that? What does that mean? You know, because we're going to be using some terminology that, unfortunately, if you weren't at the Game Changer event, you might not be familiar with it. So this is something you want to know, because March 1st, he's having another one, right?
March 1st is having another one.
March 1st.
July
17th
is another one. Yep. Let me tell you guys about this whole transfer of wealth. Okay? Transfer of wealth. Just by me being at that meeting, I have been able to literally send text out through my phone to people who have been in my phone for years that I haven't even sent them my econ information out to. Right? I sent out a text before Wednesday night's call just asking a very simple question. And I was able to posture up based on what I've been learning over in our university link. I'm telling you, posture is everything. So today I'm running by Office Max to pick up, what? Some prints. And I'm able to even speak with that gentleman. And I know he has his own business. But I was able to posture up and ask a question dealing with the transfer of wealth. And whether or not he had any idea or what was his level of knowledge on a scale of 1 to 10 with regards to the questions. Just posturing up. I'm telling you guys, if you don't know what we're talking about, check our timelines. The person who is sharing this information with you may have this information on their timelines. You may see information hashtag certain words. You don't know what that means? Ask a question. And I'll explain it very simple as this. Very simple. Years and years and years ago, our great-grandparents and our grandparents never thought you'd be able to transfer or pay for goods or services with a piece of plastic. They definitely didn't think you'd be able to send money on this, let alone talk on it, but then turn around and send money on it. It was unheard of to them. But we do it every day like it's nothing. So imagine where technology is going. And people like us, peer-to-peer people, we have the information. What do they call it? Taking back the power? The people's barter system. The people's currency.
The people who created it.
The people who are creating it. You need to watch our timeline and ask those questions, because as we get the answers, what did we just say? Learn it, master it, share it. That's what we're doing.
The most famous words. We, the people of the United States. Who controls the United States? We, the people of the United States. We control things that we do. So why not control money?
Right.
Why not, if this is America and we have the ability to change things, why not change things in our favor? Again, if you don't have any idea of what we're speaking about, get in our inbox, get with the person that probably shared this, because they know what's going on, and ask them, hey, what were they talking about? What were you talking about when you said the transference of money? You know, money evolution. What's next, right? What is next? You want to be on the answer to that question. What is next?
Think about it. What my son just said to me in my ear. Say what you just said out loud that's going on with money and technology right now.
I was reading an Amazon article, and during it, there are new Amazon stores where you can just download an app, walk in the store, scan your phone, take out your items, and then leave, because there are no
tellers.
There are no like
Check out
cashiers, or like they're just like customers, and then there are helpers, because there are things in the ceiling that you can just scan down, and it adds to your virtual cart every time you pick up something. People have even tested it but they still got charged.
Yep. Thank you, son. So I'm telling you guys, where this technology is going, you really need to be aware. And when you see things on people's timeline, ask questions. Just ask questions, because this world is going in a direction that you would have never thought of. And if you don't receive it, you're going to miss it. Even Brian said on one of his videos when he was talking, he was like, even I miss Bitcoin.
Yeah, you if you don't get right, you get left.
You get left.
And don't get left because
we're still there.
Don't get left because of the lack of knowledge. Don't get left because you're scared to find out. Please don't miss the boat because you're scared to find out what's happening on the boat.
Right.
Find out first. Really understand and then make a decision. No, everything is not for everyone.
No, it didn't build the
will
ark
happen
while it was raining.
Yeah, but it still rained. And the people that weren't on it, we all know what happened.
Right.
So you kind of got to make quick decisions, not hasty decisions.
Right.
Don't take too long to do your research, because all you're doing is typing in Google, what is such and such. Oh, I hate that. I hate when people do that.
And let me tell you why I hate it. I'm a web designer. I can put a website and put whatever I want on the website. You go Google it and you're going to believe it because I typed it up.
Exactly.
Don't just take the time to research stuff. Get involved with the people who actually have the proof. Not just what you go on
Who
Google
have
and
the
find
research.
Who have it. Who've done the research and who have the proof.
Yes.
I can type up a website. Y'all know that and put anything I want. And somebody go out there and Google it and believe it. And I just typed up a flat out lie.
So make sure you get with the people that have the information, not the people that don't have the information. Like Google. Google is a popularity search engine.
What's going on,
everybody
Akila?
clicks the first one. That's the one that pops up. We
Right.
all know that. We know how Google works, and people are still trusting Google instead of trusting the person that told you the information. So get in the inbox of either myself or Martina. Get in the inbox of the people that's posting these words that you are not familiar with, or these posts that you have never seen before. Don't be scared of it. Please don't miss the boat.
Right.
Because imagine if you missed the boat on Google, right? Google is the one company that can change their logo every single day and people still recognize it. That has never happened. When people have logos, you have one logo, and if you change it, it's kind of like, this may not happen. Google is the only company that is able to do that. So imagine if you would have seen this years ago, this funny looking Google, and they told you, hey,
Google.
This is going to be the new
Google
search
is a
engine.
verb now. Go Google that.
This is going to be the new. This is
Adverb,
new wave.
adjective.
So, would you like to be a part of it? It's only 0.1 cents at this time. Would you like to get involved? Oh no, I don't know what that internet stuff is. I'm gonna stick with my AOL dial-up. Okay. I'm gonna stick with Yahoo. Okay. When was the last time you Yahoo or Binged anything?
Thank you.
It don't even come with your laptop.
No.
Google pops up
first.
Chrome. Come on now. Come on. So
Pay attention. Pay attention.
what they say,
to-
stay woke.
Stay woke.
Stay woke.
Stay woke. And how does Will say it? Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Yes.
That's all we saying. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Because in the process, let's use the owl as an example versus a regular bird, right? Let's look at the fact that when it's time for you to take off and take flight, you don't need to be turning back around trying to prepare. Something that scooped in and ate you by the end, right? This situation, the boat has left. While you preparing to jump on the boat because you don't know how to swim, the boat will leave your hind parts, right?
I'll be waving to you on the boat.
I'm going to be waving to you from the boat.
Because we done told you.
We done told you.
You can't
Ask
say
the
you
questions.
didn't know.
Ask the questions.
Can't say you didn't know.
And one of the reasons that we're telling you to hop on this particular boat is because you determine its worth.
Yeah. You are
Unheard
directly
of.
affected, and you directly affect it.
What's going on, Brand?
Okay.
So good to see you, my friend. Hey, Akila. So good to see you. What's going on, Devlin, Tiffany, Jeff? Thank you so much, guys, for sticking and staying with us.
Where do we go?
Oh, shoot. I turned it around. Ciao.
I was like, that don't look like us. We
That
look
ain't
a little,
us. Them look at some
We
chairs.
look a little empty.
ATL in the building. No, we look a little empty. Oh, me. So again, guys, these are just a few of the nuggets that we got from the Game Changer event.
We got a whole gold brick, okay? We
One.
have a whole gold brick. A whole gold brick. Guys, get yourself out to these conferences. Even if you don't know what my econ is, never heard of anything, get with somebody. Just go to the conference. Just go. Just grab 5 people and just take them. They ain't got to know nothing. Hey, we're going to this event. I want you to be there. Look nice. Just grab them and go. Because this information is so good. And I don't know if you get thirsty for information like we get thirsty for information. But it's just so good to know that you are working in the right direction. And you're not the only one thinking the way you do.
Right.
There's a bunch of us thinking the same way. Miss Eva on the line. There's
Thank
a
you
bunch
for
of
being
people
coachable,
thinking the
teachable,
same way
trainable, and
you
posting
do.
that one.
So why not be in a room, feel this energy that we got
Right.
going on, no matter where, what conference, who's throwing it, it's the same amount of energy, and the knowledge is something that you can't beat with a stick.
Cannot.
You can't. And once you know it, once you know better, you have to do better.
You have to do better.
You
I mean, think
have
about
to.
it. Once somebody implants the knowledge about something in you, it's gonna bug you.
That's it.
It's gonna bug you. Like, you have so many people, and believe this, people are watching you. They're watching your timeline, they're watching your posts, they're checking out your pictures. They are Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube. They are stalking you. They are paying attention.
So give them something to pay attention to.
Thank you. So give them something to pay attention to. Don't think you out here just doing this by yourself and learning on your own. I'm telling you.
Be intentional.
Once you learn even a smidgen of this information, once you see a post that says you can get an increase on your job and never have to ask your boss, that's going to bug you. It's going to bug you. Okay? So to know that you have a wealth of knowledge, think about it. We literally know the co-founders of the system that they put together. We know the co-founders. So then when we turn around and spend 2.5 years learning this information, and another opportunity presents itself, and the very next day we meet the president of that company, what does that tell you? That these people are touchable, they're in reach, they're tangible, they're real people. Some of that information out there has no president, has no tangibility, has no customer service. It's just something that's out there. At least when something goes on, we have a phone number, a name, a person to contact. That's why you should pay attention to our timelines, because we literally have the person to call to ask the questions.
When you ask a question, we have to answer, right? We don't say, okay, hold on, we're going to just find out. We got to Google some stuff. We know it, right? Because we make quick decisions.
Yes.
Quick decisions. We know what the front end of Google looks like. We know what it looks like on the front of Apple, right? So when we find something that's moving in that pattern, we in it. We on it. Get on it. Get with it.
Think about it. Y'all are going to see stuff dropping on the internet, and y'all are going to start seeing commercials that are talking about
but exactly you saw it first.
What we're talking about.
You saw it first here.
Yeah.
You saw it first here.
Right here. Or whoever shared it with you.
Exactly.
You saw it with us first.
Front like you
think
know.
about it. Think about it. You're going to be sitting there watching TV, and the same words you've heard us use, and I'm getting ready to tell you how real this is, the same words you heard us use, you're going to start seeing on TV. You're going to start seeing floating around you. And you need to remember where you heard it from first. Because the other night, I'm sitting up watching a rerun of a couple episodes of Greenleaf. Right? And they using the same terminology on Greenleaf. Now, if y'all watch that episode, y'all know what we're talking about. But I just looked at like, what? Like, let me see what the date is on this. How behind am I?
Yeah.
Right? Okay? So pay attention to those words that are floating around you. I'm not trying to be funny, but we have this thing called a RAS filter. Right? A RAS filter. So the more you are around our kind of people, thinking like we think, and I don't mean our kind of people or our kind of people, I'm talking about our thought process, because thinking is multicultural.
It's colorless.
It's colorless.
Okay.
So the more you are around our type of people, the more your ears are going to peak when you hear other people that think like us. Those are the people that you need to stay around. Those are people that are being put into your circle of influence for a reason. Pay attention. Like, we asked for people like us to be put around us. And I'm telling you, we done got some blown away people been put into our circle of influence, and they ready to hit the pavement running. Okay? Yes, this is the phase when most millionaires are created.
Hello.
Right? So guys, we're just telling you, we have just on top of information. We can't share it with you all. We're going to drip it out. And most importantly, what we do, we literally are going to train on it. We train inside our groups. We train it, people, whoever wants to be a part of the training, we're on it. As long as you're willing to put in the work, you can train with us. And that's what we're going to continue to do. We're looking at this 38K challenge by Christmas. We have exactly 9 weeks.
9 weeks to make $38,000 by Christmas. That's more than some of you made this whole year.
I wondered before if I was going to be able to accomplish it. I know without a shadow of a doubt, now that I've had this dropped into our laps as well, I'm going to meet 38 easy. Why? Because I asked for it to be placed in me. I asked for the people to be placed around me. I'm open to listen. I'm paying attention, and I'm putting in the work. Cut out everything else around you that is not conducive to your work ethic, to your plan, to your goal, anything that is not a part of your goal, your plan, don't do it. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time.
Don't get distracted. Don't get sidetracked.
Nope.
Don't get down. Just put your head down and get to work. Put your head down and go to work. Imagine 9 weeks to make $38,000.
You can do it.
So put a thumbs up if you ready. If you're ready for this 38K challenge. I know you heard us say it. I know you see Martina's live. She broke it down on how it's done. Now let's get to it. It's all about action. This 38K is not going to make itself.
Nope.
It's not going to fall out the air. It takes you to do some work, and it takes you to do a lot of work. So for the next 9 weeks, put your head down and let's get to work. And guess what? It's all about teamwork.
Teamwork.
Not individual work.
Yeah, we ain't
We
talking
all
about
work
you doing it by
together.
yourself. We talking about
work
you and your
together.
team doing it.
Work together.
Work together. Get to work and work together.
Let's be the ants. Let's get to working. Let's
get to
work in the winter, work in the summer.
Winter, work in the summer. We don't know the difference in the season.
No.
We don't know it's 38, it's 9 weeks.
I had us down. We
38K.
are working.
Yes.
So we don't have to work for 30 years.
Right.
Nobody trying to do that. 30
Right.
years. 30 years? That scares the pants off of me.
Right.
To do the same thing for 30 years. That's shout outs to those who do it. Shout outs to those who have done it. It shall not be I.
I think we saw a post
Not
the other
30
day
years.
talking about retirement is 65, life expectancy is like 78. You work up to 65 and you're supposed to only enjoy your freedom for 11 years or something before you. What the world?
That's
No.
if you're not sick.
No.
No, I don't want
Absolutely
11
not.
years of
I
freedom.
don't even want to read that post no more. Don't put that nowhere near my timeline.
11
What
years.
is that little squirrel that says, no, keep all that negativity away? I love that squirrel post.
Scared of squirrel.
Who?
Scared of squirrel.
Yes, I'm scared of that squirrel because it's got all types of negativity
Yeah,
associated
we
with
don't
it. Keep
want
that
no
away
parts.
from me. No,
No
parts
parts.
of that. No parts. So we
parts.
thank you guys for
Yes.
being here on this Freestyle
One.
Friday with us. Post that 1 for catching us live. If you happen to catch the replay, post the 2. When you catch the replay, go ahead and put in there where you are catching the replay from. Let us know where you are chiming in from so that we can make sure that we respond to you and shout out your city or your state. We appreciate it on this Freestyle Friday. I think today is October the 20-something.
26.
See how everybody paused?
So you had to think about it.
The 26th, right? So we have 9 weeks left in the year of 2018, right? 9 weeks left to hit to $38,000. And how we gonna bust open 2019? Woo, woo!
Don't miss it.
Don't miss it! Don't miss it!
Because we're going to be here
We gonna
every
be here
Friday,
every Friday,
7
7
o'clock
p.m.
Eastern Standard Time. Figure out whatever your time zone is
I know,
and meet
right?
us here.
And meet us here.
Eastern Standard Time, 7 o'clock. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being teachable, coachable, and trainable. We look forward to seeing you at the next event. We will be in Louisiana in
December.
So if you've never been, like we have never been, come on. Come on down to Louisiana to the
Absolutely.
boot, as
To the
they call
boot.
it. You know, come on down, see what we got to say, and take 5 friends with you. Say, hey, girl, we going to Louisiana. Don't ask no questions. Let's come on down. We ain't never been there. Why not? Right? Hear this information, soak it up. We'll see you guys down there. We'll see you next week. And I am Stephanie J. Sanders.
I am Martina Britt Yelverton. These are my youth lifestyle trainees. Y'all see it, guys. Don't ever let your kids be your excuse. Let them be your reason why. Bring them with you to these events. Let them go ahead and soak up this information. Have them, participating in your lives. They have information too. You never know what parent is watching a live and their child is watching it too, right? That's powerful. That's powerful. Because as we have seen, when you teach them young, how they say, teach a child, they won't depart. Y'all not getting ready to get me started on that. But if you can teach them young, then actually you are planting a seed that will grow. What's going on, Mr. Willie Grant? So that is our time, as you were saying, and signing us out. I'm sorry. I'm Martina Britt Yelverton. This is my cohort, my ace.
Stephanie J. Sanders.
To your success, guys. Freestyle Friday. We out.
Bye.